they call that the loser.
Yeah.
Gets $5 for just showing up, man. So if you got any GMs that you want to see in the show match and you guys got a link to them, because we don't know every GM out there, man, just let us know, and they can at least just get $5 for even showing up. How awesome is that?
Yep, send them our way. We have the Discord link up. We have a Twitter as well. However you want to contact us if you're a GM and want to play for $10 if you win, $5 if you lose. We do one every week, so just hit us up, man. We'll have to see how they go, though. Let's get off to introductions. Our blue Protoss player in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, playing from Clan AT, although I don't know what that stands for. It is Veryn.
And his opponent, the Greens, are in the top left of Abyssal Reef from Clan IGX Imperative Gaming. It is the Giant Gnome.
Imperative Gaming hype. These guys have been amazing to us for our entire history. Always had players to play for the show match. Volunteered for the Monster Clan War we did. Like, I have nothing but amazing things to say about Imperative. And Veryn too. Veryn personally, not his clan, but he's been in multiple show matches as well. Always hanging out with the Nydus. So,
Yeah, man, that is pretty awesome.
yeah,
It's nice when GMs hang out with us tiny plebs.
yeah, exactly, man. So that should be pretty cool. Nothing too crazy to report just yet. Pretty standard opening on the P side of things. Zerg as well. Hatch gas pool. Nothing crazy.
The most fun build to say.
Yep. Absolutely. Hatch gas pool.
Just rolls out the tongue for sure, dude.
Is Protoss even a playable race in this game still? Shots fired from Spooky.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Good deep questions about
Just reading chat.
For sure. Like, did we say something about P being weak?
Spooky hasn't seen Protoss in a while because he didn't turn into the clan war last night. Fucking
I know, right?
Out, dude.
Missed the. Oh, you got him good on that one.
Go
dude.
lay down.
Sure. Protoss just went 3-0 in a clan war last night, dude. Damn near got the all kill too.
Yep. Wrecked him, damn near killed him, dude. It was pretty badass. We'll have to see, though, what's going down in this game. Nothing to report just yet. I was wondering if this probe was going to do something cheeky, but it's just here to block the third. I was hoping for a proxy something or the other, just for some hype, but...
Just kind of spinning right now, dude. He's over there just chilling.
Getting dizzy, man.
For sure. The Overlord's going to come in here, get to see the Cybernetics core, Warp Gate being built, and the timing of the Nexus, too. So, oh man, if he sticks around, he's going to see this Robo. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pickup there for nothing, just scouting information. So, we'll have to see.
$3.99.
Yep. So, yeah, the Robo coming down. Speed starting up on the Giant Gnome side of things. Nothing too crazy to report there. Still no tech yet either, just going with straight Queens and Lings. I was waiting for an Evo Chamber or maybe the Bane Nest or something, but not yet.
Yep.
Oh, the Stalker, though. Get in the first blood as that Overlord will fall.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty good. But the Giant Gnome getting his third behind this, too, so... Not too delayed at all, really. I mean, it's a little late, but...
Yeah.
Not too bad. Oh, another Overlord, though.
I went on a little mission there. Did you see that post about, like, the body bags on this map or whatever on Reddit?
No, where are they?
They're in the bottom. I don't know. Fuck it. It's not worth it. I thought they were going to be like lit up and shit. You need to have a unit over it to probably really get the full force of it, but they're in the bottom left area.
Okay.
So there's this whole map is just awesome. Sheila the Shark, stuff to see.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Sheila the Shark, have we even checked her out yet, dude? I feel like I failed.
I'm a little disappointed in you, dude. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Sheila the Shark, ladies and gentlemen. They were all blown away when we did it earlier, but all you got to do is control S or control.
How did you do that?
Yeah, like Mother of God. There's another one too, so where's it? That one and then one right there.
We do see +1 melee begin and a Baneling Nest going down, so this is likely going to be some pretty early aggression out of the Giant Gnome, or he just kind of has read into this and feels like an Adept Rush is coming. Is it though?
And interestingly enough, on Veryn's side of things, we have Charge being started as well as a Warp Prism too, so this is up to a pretty interesting start, dude.
Yeah, this really is, man. He has one Immortal, one Stalker, he's getting a Warp Prism, and he's on... Okay, there's a bunch of gates.
Yep. Wait, isn't the Giant Gnome Masters? No, he was GM when we logged in. Pretty sure, right? Didn't he have the GM border? I mean, I know he plays at the GM level regardless, yeah. He plays at GM level regardless. He may or may not be wearing the Badge of Honor or whatever the fuck he was called. But yeah. Just seeing this Warp Prism is a pretty good scout with the Ling run by. He's not going to be able to find any damage with this given the wall, but at least he knows there could be a potential drop coming in. Sure should I saying, can I call an Immortal Sentry all in now? You sure can, dude.
that you can, man. Whether or not it comes out. Or,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know,
But you sure as hell called it, so we'll have to see. You trying to put money on that shit? No, I'm just fucking
I
around.
think it's like Charge Lot Immortal with this Warp Prism, and he's just going to use the Warp Prism to micro. Another Immortal's coming out now, making its way across the map. But Jesus, dude, this may just be like two Immortals, and then you can see how many gateways are coming down behind this. The Warp Prism is going to have such a fat warp in here in a second.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty ridiculous. The question is going to be what?
It's going to be Charge Lot.
Yeah,
Immortal
charge
for
lots.
sure.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a bunch of Banes coming in. +1 is about to finish up too, melee, so that'll help out and help to defend this. There are an insane amount of queens too, which will kind of help with Transfuse. But I don't know that he's going to be able to hold on here, dude. This is going to be a nasty push for charge.
These Banes,
Good
though, man.
splits. Yeah,
my
pulling all
goodness,
those
yeah.
charge lots back was money there. Just letting the Immortals soak up the hits for the most part. He did get a few of them, don't get me wrong, but this Warping is going to be huge behind this. A bunch more charge lots coming in. These Immortals are still left standing, and the only thing left to defend it so far is a bunch of queens. So, monster play from Veryn there.
Absolutely, man. This is a way to play PvZ that we haven't seen, at least in a while. I mean, it's not like a brand new way of playing
Yeah.
it, but just this isn't the way that we see a lot of, other Protoss players playing it. And I gotta say, this looks incredibly strong.
Yeah, normally on the Nydus we see the old Archon drop, which is strong, don't get me wrong. It gets a lot of damage done, but damn, dude, that just straight up ended the game. That was very well played from Veryn.
Yeah. This, that was so crazy, man. That
Yeah.
was really strong.
Yeah, very, very well timed, dude. That hit all at once and just overwhelmed his opponent. And with that huge warp, and we called that it was going to be huge, but it was straight game ending. So, monster play from Veryn.
Yep. Belshir's gonna be the next one.
Yep. Absolutely. Veryn played in our $150 open, too. I think he fell to Xanster, if I'm not mistaken. But if you're going to go out, that's not a bad way to do it, right? So
Gotta lose to the guy who won it. Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
like that's decent. So
Yep.
all right, so both our players are in the lobby. It will be Belshir next. Ready from one. Oh shit, GiggleBear's in there. LOL. You trying to play Veryn or?
I would have squared up on him, man. PVT is my worst matchup by far.
Oh
but
shit,
sure.
he's got this.
Yeah.
That was my bad. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been an awesome night of StarCraft. We're definitely appreciative of all the love we've got, like 20 followers, a couple donations as well. Not that we're doing it for the money, but it sure as hell doesn't hurt. So yeah, thank you guys. It's been a really good night of StarCraft, if I'm allowed to say that.
You are allowed to say that.
Well, I said it anyway. I don't care, dude.
That's-
All right, we got it ready
Alrighty.
from our other players, so we will jump into Belshir. Oh man,
What's up?
it's a crazy map for PvZ though.
Belshir?
Yeah, it's that
We'll have
third,
to see
man.
that.
It always opens up for some interesting games. Let me throw up the scoreboard real quick. All right, so our green Zerg player in the top left-hand corner of the map, coming at us from Imperative Gaming, it is the GIGGLEBEAR. Oh shit, I fucked up the overlay. It
Oh my
is the GIGGLEBEAR.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Cool down, by the way, for a giant gnome. So
Oh,
before we
shit.
can even finish the introductions, guys, like, I want to be aggressive. And his opponent in the bottom right of Belshir, currently up one game, the red Protoss. It is Veryn.
Fiercely Angry says, "Oh snap, that Zerg was weak." Nah, man, he's actually a monster player. I think that build was just strong. Alternatively, dude, that build was insane. Like, what could you have done there? I don't know. But he's a monster. I think he can do it here. He has early aggression too, as we said. So maybe he's just gonna straight up Ling Flood and bop him. So I wouldn't blame him if it's necessary to tie it up, dude.
You know what he is going to do? Get scouted.
Yeah. Well, there's always that too. They're GM
That's
level
always a
players, so
bummer,
it doesn't
dude, yeah.
surprise me at all that he's scouting. So he'll see that extremely early pull. Lings are already in production. And yeah, we'll have to see where it goes from here. He had 6 queens instead because he expected Archon drop. Yeah, I think that's the big takeaway there, is that he assumed it was going to be Archon drops. And what he had probably could have been fine versus Archon drops, but it wasn't. It was not.
It wasn't, dude. It was the
was
strongest
charge
thing
loss.
I had
Yeah,
seen
exactly.
in a while in PvZ. Like, I could see how she was right, because, like, I was thinking, I was like, well, looks really strong, but maybe if it's scouted and then somebody goes like 2-base muter or something like that,
Yeah.
I could just absolutely crap on that. But even still, with the amount of DPS and the quickness that the charge lots have, you still probably get most of your buildings ripped up before your mutas kill it, you know?
Yep. So Veryn trying to wall up completely with a couple gateways. Once the Zealot comes out, it'll be able to hold the line. But yeah, I think the GIGGLEBEAR's in a bit of a rough position now, just based off of his really, really late natural that got scouted. So.
Yeah,
Alright, so these Lings poking in here trying to get that gateway. They're not going to be able to do anything but be an annoyance at this point. Oh, they might open up the wall. Okay, they're not going to be able to juke him.
Yep. For a while, it forces, I was going to say Zerg, it forces Protoss to make a decision. You don't want to lose too much HP, especially down when it gets to the actual health bar of that gateway. But, you know, you also want to block the wall. So trying to force him a little bit out of position. Maybe could have ran up in and got a scout, but very nice by Veryn.
Yeah, and he went into gasless build. Still hasn't taken a gas yet. That is the GIGGLEBEAR. Throwing down his third. Wow, I almost called this CC, dude. Too much Terran for me today.
I know, we've been gassing a decent amount of StarCraft, dude.
But yeah, no, he threw down his third hatch before he took any gas at all. I think that's important to try to recuperate that early loss from taking that spawning pool so early. So.
Indeed, man. Mothership Core coming across the map to scout the third. Pretty nice, man. While he's kind of walled up in his own base and doesn't have really anything to get aggressive across the map, he can easily send his Mothership Core over there.
Yeah, absolutely. And scouting that third will be huge, man. Just picking up what your opponent's doing is really important at this level, and it doesn't surprise me at all that a GM level player is trying to get as much information as possible. They're saying, did you see the Adept shade out of Stasis Ward during GSL? Nah, I missed that. I'm gonna have to go check that one out. Adepts can shade out of Stasis? Mm-hmm. Nice.
Apparently they can shade out of Phoenix Lift too. I didn't know that actually.
Oh damn, no,
I didn't know that they could shade out of Stasis prior to seeing the Reddit thread.
Okay.
I saw that. I knew that from all the protests I play.
Yep. So Charm Quark is saying, oh, so the Nydus 16 ended. This is a show match. Yeah. So the way we normally do it is in between our semifinals and finals, we have a show match to allow our finalists a chance to rest. But our show match players weren't quite ready this week in time, so we did our finals first, and this is our show match. But yeah, the tournament is over already. Icehawk won it off the back of some monster like siege play. I don't even know how to call it. Those games are so ridiculous. Like
he managed to like control his flailing in TVT better than the other player. You know, like those games were just super scrappy, man. And I feel like that's how a lot of TVTs go. Is like, hey, can I just hold my shit together better than the other person?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But yeah, both of these guys are also streamers, by the way. I'll throw up their Twitch streams afterwards, so you guys can go ahead and give them a follow if you'd like to support the community and all that. But yeah, we're just in a bit of a lull here so far. A lot of adepts coming down. Might be able to find some damage. Resonating Glaives is going to finish up too. And on the Ling side of things, we have +1 melee coming down for a shitload of Lings and a few Queens. So these adepts, man, do you think he has enough to hold here?
You know, I don't know. These Queens will definitely be nice, and they are a very good backbone, but we've seen some crazy... I mean, like Hellraiser in that open really showed like how strong Shades and Adepts still are, you know, even after getting nerfed. But as they come into the third now, they're probably going to be able to pick up one of these Queens for free. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gets it before it's able to transfuse, and there's a couple Lings and Blings that might be able to surround this and get these Adepts down. But picking up that Queen was pretty nice. Oh, these Banes coming in and finding pretty nice connects here, man. It looks like the GIGGLEBEAR will be able to push this back. Pretty nicely handled. I didn't see any workers go down. Okay, so a single worker went down. The mod doesn't trigger until 2. So yeah, man, I'd say that was very well handled. Getting all those adepts isn't a bad trade, I'd say. So
yeah, man, that was definitely what the GIGGLEBEAR needed to do to stop that attack. I mean, he just shut it down completely, and he actually took a pretty fair trade as we look at the units lost. For Protoss, it's about 1,050, and for Zerg, it's about 1,075. So
yeah,
knowing that Zerg's up a base, well, actually not too much anymore, as Veryn is getting his third, but up in drones, he's going to be able to take kind of, engagements like that.
Yeah, and I just want to take this really quick lull in gameplay to say one announcement that I missed. We will not be doing any content next week at all. -1 broadcast of our team league, so there will be no tournament next week, no Plat Diamond, no open tournament. There's nothing wrong or anything, like we're not quitting. It's just we wanted to take a single break off so we can plan out the next months of content. And not only that, we've been going at it pretty strong, I think, like at least since Christmas, non-stopped, right? So yeah, I don't know, we're just going to take a very, very small break. So when there's no tournament next weekend, nobody freak out and cancel your follows and uninstall and all that shit. We'll be back right afterwards. We just want to plan our open and move into the future. He's going to take the shade, though.
Oh, wow,
into
those
bangs.
banelings taking some awkward hits there, though. I'm not sure. They didn't seem to do too much damage as the Adept are going to get to start to work, dude. The shades are going up into the main. Looks like the Lings are going to follow those.
Yep. So he didn't take it, actually. He's going to stick back down here and work on these drones, man. 5 of them falling down so far before these Lings are able to start cleaning this up.
Man, so many Lings have gone down.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to check units lost, but I don't remember the hotkey because I'm a shitter, dude. But I'm sure it's significant. We'll just pretend. Control.
It's a big number, a big number.
Oh, shit. Wait. Nope. Now I'm just looking like a fool on stream. So we're going to abandon that project. But yeah, I'd like to see how many he's lost. But Veryn is off to a pretty good like macro game, I'd say. He's tied up the worker count. The Giant Gnome does have his 4th up and rolling. So he might be able to surge ahead here a little bit further here. But yeah, the late game, man, is starting to shape up. We have... Oh shit, let me throw up production and not units. The Spire's coming down in Blink Stalkers for Veryn, so...
Yeah, man. The Spire's coming down for Veryn?
Oh, I meant the Giant Gnome. My bad. Yeah, the Zerg player is dropping the Spire.
But yeah, dude, Blink coming down, as you said, and +1 attack. So those could be pretty good here if we see a big move out. And the gateway's down for it, though. 2 finish up in the main, and there are 2 at the wall. And then, yeah, some finish up the 3rd, too. So spacing those gateways out, making it hard for Zerg to really get a read on exactly how many of those are down. Going to see a big warp in.
Yeah, I really like that Overseer. He got into the natural and the 3rd, completely scouted what Veryn was up to, and he's very well informed about what's coming across the map. On the conversely, though, Veryn's about to do the same thing with this Phoenix. Flies in here, definitely sees the Spire. I'm sure he clicked on it because he's a GM, and also gets the Lurker Den Scout. So that's pretty solid scout there, too, for just the cost of a hallucinated Phoenix, man. It's just going to linger there, too. It's like, I'll just hang out here.
Yeah. So it looks like the Giant Gnome is choosing to go Ling Bane Hydra is the Lurker Den building? Yeah, it is. So the Lurker Den's just under about halfway done. Definitely a strong composition against especially this kind of gateway Protoss army. Those Lurkers can just be absolutely devastating to him. But I don't know that he's going to have the time to be able to... Because, you know, not only the time to finish up the Lurker Den, but also to turn those Hydras into Lurkers. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Veryn's trying to put on the heat before it even comes to that. Attacking into this 4th. Some really good force fields, too, preventing that Hydra line from forming, really. Oh, and that offensive blink, too. Fields. Holy shit. That was money. Yep. Completely negating all those Banes, making them crash into basically force fields and Immortals. And now I think this 4th is going to fall. Maybe. It should,
so he kind of needs to consolidate his troops a little bit here. He is attacking a bunch of different stuff. I don't think he knew about those Hydras down bottom.
Excuse me. Picking up 12 drones was money there. He's going to get the surround, and I think the Giant Gnome will be able to defend this off, which will be huge for him. He didn't even lose the base, too, so wow. I'm really starting to like his position as this progresses, dude.
Yep, absolutely. With these Stalkers going down as well, that's an insane amount of money that he's just kind of losing for free there. It looked pretty rough, man, and those force fields from Veryn were really, really good. But the Giant Gnome had reinforcements coming in just at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a Warp Prism coming in behind this from Veryn. He probably assumes that there's going to be a counterattack coming, and he knows that maybe if he can warp in across the map, he might be able to withdraw that back. But that's just, you know, a huge guess at this point. He warps in a bunch of Adepts, and he's going to have to fight a shitload of Lings. Let me give you a number, 52. So I was right the first time. And we're going to get a bunch of Hydras that can be morphed into Lurkers behind this. So this strong is going to... Or, wow, this push is going to be pretty strong, dude.
The strong is going to be very push.
The strong is going to be push. Spooky says, I don't like uninstalled jokes. Too soon, man. I'm not even going to go there during a broadcast. You'll make me tear up, you bastard. He'll be back, though. He'll be back. They always come back.
Man. These Lurkers, they're bold. Chilling on one side of the fence, man.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Giant Gnome is going to gather his troops and start to make his way across the map. I really like this, the creep spread from the Overlords at the potential 4th base spots.
Yeah.
Making sure that he's going to delay those for just as long as he can.
This is a great map for Lurkers, too, because if you can get them wedged right here where I'm looking at this little V here, you can separate the reinforcements from the attack. So that's a really good position to, like, siege up into this map. But we'll have to see if it comes to that. The engagement's looking like it won't be anywhere near the area I was just talking about. So I'll be quiet now, I guess.
Just
yeah.
Fucking yourself. Sure, stop talking.
The upgrades, though, dude. 2 to 1.
Oh, wow. Passed each other in the night a little bit here. This is awkward.
Shit. Yeah. Is he gonna just attack behind this? Surely not, right?
It looks like it, man. Oh, no, he's coming back now.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, man, if he just sieges up, I don't know if he wants to take that base race, but okay, so the lurker's gonna be planted up here. They might be able to find. Oh, the surround was key there.
Yeah.
The Bane's finding insane connects, softening up the entire Protoss army, and now he's just got to run down the rest. That'll be GG for the Giant Gnome, and we will now tie up in this best of 5.
That was awesome engagements from the
holy
Giant
shit.
Gnome, dude.
Just having like the presence of mind to get that wraparound and prevent him from going anywhere, so those Banes could crash in was a monster play, dude. Monster.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Veryn, you can see from that graph he had it, but I think just kind of threw it a little bit. He did really great with his force fields in the beginning part of that engagement, but unfortunately there was an army swooping around to the south, and he was kind of having some of his stalkers attack a hatchery, some of them attacking hydras, and he just wasn't able to, kind of consolidate his damage to finish that off there.
Yep, absolutely. So we will be tied up going into map number 3, which will be Newkirk Precinct, man. This map is crazy in most matchups, but we'll see how ZVPs play out on here. We've only had TVTs on this map so far. Maybe a ZVT too.
Yeah, I think we had a TVZ at one point. Yeah.
Yep.
Because we were talking about the queens and the dropping of the right side and shit.
Yeah, I still don't know which base I want to take, man. We'll have to see what the Giant Gnome does here, and maybe which one he takes. Getting to see a GM play these maps is why we do stuff like this. So maybe we can learn a little bit from him and stuff. So. Will he take triangle or linear? All right, let me throw up the scoreboard quickly. We're tied up 1-1. All right, so our green Zerg player from Imperative Gaming in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, saying, you cheese me, I cheese you. It is the Giant Gnome.
And his opponent, representing for the Protoss, the blue Protoss specifically, on Newkirk, it is Veryn.
Saying game 1 you cheesed me. Did he really though?
Like, it's early aggression!
Yeah, exactly. Charge Juggler would call it. Oh shit, he said he 12-pulled him. Oh, we're gonna have some BM going down on the nut. No, I know. These guys are keeping
right,
it.
Here it is, boys. He grabs the chair!
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in though, man. It's been a really, really good night of StarCraft. I've had a lot of fun tonight.
Have you? Have you, dog?
No.
No?
It's called designated pressure. Yes, dude. Look, they're using my argument. I love it. Or I guess it's no regrets argument. We'll give it to him since he's better. Oh, I fucked up the overlay. No! Oh, we have to reintroduce, guys. I'm sorry. I fucked up the overlay.
All right, that's fine. You get one. There's your one. Let's do this.
The green Zerg player from IGX, the Giant Gnome.
That was not hype. You failed that.
They had to watch a minute of our faces, dude.
Oh, that's going to be brutal in about 90 seconds. Thanks. We're going to get to a fun time dealing with Twitch chat. And his opponent in the bottom right of Noobkirk, the blue Protoss, it is Veryn.
All right. So my bad. That's the first time I fucked up. I think we'll be all right, dude. But yeah, pretty standard in the grand scheme of things. We have a Gateway core expansion over here from our Protoss player and Hatchgas pull from the other side of things. So nothing too crazy just yet. Blocking that third though.
Blocking that third.
GiggleBear says an overlay fuck up is coming. Be gentle. I love you, man. That was good.
I'm just like, I don't want to deal with the like overlay. So I'm just gonna try and get out in front of it.
Nice,
for once,
dude. Doing a little bit of mitigation, dude. I like it.
I know, right? Damage control. So taking a look, it looks like Veryn's took his 2 gases up in the main. Pretty typical Protoss stuff. Just chilling right now on 1 gate and making his way towards Warp Gate.
Yep. Already being called out for my overlay fuck up. That was my bad. I do like this though. He delayed that third for a pretty significant amount of time. I mean, just now being able to come down and take it. Okay, as soon as the probe goes down. Just uninstall. I know, right? Now it's my turn to uninstall.
We can all just take... I gotta uninstall this week. It's my turn.
Oh shit. The other Giggle joining us in chat. What is up, the Giggle Puss? Nice to see you back, man. We're about to break the time continuum with too many Giggles in the same area. This Adept's going to poke up in here and try to see what damage he can find. Probably won't take this shade. We have Resonating Glaives coming down as well. So, yeah, there's that. Dutchy hooking us up with the 7-viewer host. Nice to see you, Dutchy. I haven't seen you in forever, man.
Yeah, dude. Thank you very much,
Thank you
by
for
the way.
host. Welcome, everybody.
for sure. Everybody who is into Protoss, I mean, we do have a Protoss show match going on now, so I imagine some of you are probably into it. Go check out Dutchy's stream, twitch.tv/jvolema with 2 L's, man. Puts out a good Protoss stream.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show him some
good.
love.
Pretty good stream for sure. And yeah, you guys are looking for Protoss players to watch. There you go. We're giving them to you all night here at the night. No, fucking around. But yeah, we got a lot of adepts coming in and resonating glaive, so he's gonna try to do, I guess, a bit of a repeat of the second game, looking more towards that build than the first. We'll have to see a shitload of roaches though coming out, as well as the Dark Shrine. I just caught up with what you said in my ear.
Indeed, dude. The Dark Shrine is going down. Behind, though, as you said, resonating glaives. So this could be an extremely strong push. Do we see a... We don't see a robo or anything, so this is just going to be purely walking across the map with these?
Yeah. Nor have I seen an Overlord poke in. Maybe I missed it path in and path back out, but I just see him chilling on the outside of the map here. Oh, this is going to be disastrous, too, because he's going to poke in here with the Lings. Consider that it's just adepts and not even see the DTs coming. Mother of God, giggle. Oh, a lot of Ravagers will help out a little bit, though. So.
I know, right? So this is pretty interesting, man. Choosing to not do it the drop method, and just kind of push in with these adepts for now. We'll have to see.
Oh shit! The Giant Gnome trying to get that surround again. He was able to find it last time. Looked like he almost got it this time, but those slippery adepts are able to break out of this, so they will take that shade. Oh, but they didn't go too far. Yeah.
Yeah, word.
I was like, wait, they took the shade, and then I barely flicked my wrist, and they're standing right there again. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, the DTs are out. That'll kind of change the tune of this battle. Absolutely. Start taking down some of these really heavy gas units. Oh, even better. The GM player knows to run right past the units and go for the drones.
So pretty good in this game. We're going to get some biles coming down on the pylon. Gotta shut that down, but there is this other one back here that's photon overcharge power and everything up.
Yeah, the Gigglepuss saying, I would have played in this with my Terran, but I overslept. That's right, man. We do this every week for the most part. As I said earlier, we are not going to do anything next week. We've been at it for like 15 weeks in a row or some crazy, ungodly number of weeks in a row. So we're just going to kind of take a week off, but come back even better because while we're gone, we're going to plan a $200 tournament. So, yeah, there's always that. But either way,
$200. By the way, Bang Dosa, thank you very much for the follow. And the third went down to some DTs, guys. So... that's a pretty big deal for the Giant Gnome. Definitely putting him on a timer. They're coming back home now. Speaking about the DTs there, as the Ravagers are forced to go home as well.
Yep, getting chased away by this mothership core, man. Kind of funny, actually.
Third going down for Protoss, so he's going to try and retake that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was waiting to see if the third comes immediately down for the Giant Gnome either, but he went for a layer instead, so... we'll have to check in, or keep an eye on that, but as you said, man, Veryn getting his third before the Zerg player.
Scary times for Zerg, man.
Absolutely. But yeah, it looks like he's gearing up for some aggression. Maybe he can just push this, and denying the third would be huge for sure. I think he has the army to do that if he brings the Ravagers as well, but for now they're just staying at home. I think he knows maybe that something else has got to be following this up. He does scout off the third, though, with those links, so that's nice.
Yep, absolutely, man. So the Ling's having to return home here. As you said, if he just combined the Ling and Ravager, I think he could honestly just go across the map and rack this. But those Archons, man, the damage is so deceptive. Like, you think you're like, oh, those are just 2 beefy units. And the next thing you know, like, all your Lings are gone. And you're like, what the fuck? Like
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And then you look back at your army and it's all gone. Like, holy shit, dude. Or at least that's how I am with Banes, because I'm not that good. But the Giant Gnome is a monster. So, but I agree with you, dude. Maybe if he just would have pushed right there. I don't say he could have just won the game, but he sure as hell could have denied this third. Absolutely. But that's easy for us to say, given that we have vision of the entire map, and he does not. So.
I know, right? Do you know how easy it would be to play StarCraft when you had vision of the entire map? Like, can I just cast and play on my ladder games and stuff and get full vision?
Play a Villo. Sorry, dude. It was low-hanging fruit, but I had to just reach out there and pluck that one off.
Fucking show up here and fuck us up, dude. Like.
Oh shit.
That's funny. But so it looks like Giant Gnome doing the best he can to get back up on this third. Veryn really starting to get pumping on the eco down there. So the longer this game goes on, the more favorable it starts to look for Veryn. If we take a look at the upgrade advantage here, both players don't have any attack or melee upgrades, so at least they're on an even keel there.
Yep, absolutely. And economy's somewhat tied up. Veryn has a slight advantage, but I'd imagine after a couple fat rounds, once this third goes up, that'll change. The real question is going to be what are these infestors going to be? Because the Giant Gnome has pathogen glands coming out. Wow, that one was hard to say after a couple hours. As well as a shitload of infestors and burrow. So What's he gonna grab, dude? The Archons? Like, I don't know what the answer is there, but I can't wait to find out, dude.
Yeah, Neural Parasite is done though, man. That could be huge. He could grab those Archons.
Yeah, it's starting up as we speak, so maybe that's what he's going for, or maybe just some fungals. I'm not really sure how to call it. Neural takes a really, really, really long time to finish up. I've been trying to use it a lot more in my play, and I was surprised at how freaking long that spell takes to research, dude.
79 seconds.
Jesus, yeah, that's pretty lengthy. But given that there's no aggression moving across the map just yet, he should have it by the time this engagement happens. As I say that, he starts moving or something. But it's so just like, whenever you're waiting for Neural, it takes twice as long, dude.
If the Giant Gnome can grab those 2 Archons and then the 2 Immortals, he stands a decent chance at doing a lot of damage here. Yeah. But, you know, maybe he just goes for the Fungals too. And that army is pretty clumped up. Fungals might actually damage more of the army.
Oh, Fungals and Banes, that's a crazy combo. Look at the amount of Banes rolling in, dude. That's going to be nuts. So
it's a lot.
23.
A lot of Banes.
Yeah.
A lot of Banes. No speed, though. Oof.
Yeah, okay.
Tough times. But yeah, man, we'll have to see these Infestors here. There is an Observer. Do they get good Fungals off? That's kind of the key. Fungal Bile, man, could wreck anything.
Oh, so the first one misses and only catches 1 Stalker. So not quite what he wanted, and it also gave away the fact that they're... Oh, that one was good, though.
Oh, man, I don't know, though. Protoss, nice blink. A lot of his units are extremely weak right now, but I think he may have... No, I don't know. Honestly, I think he's going to have a hard time pushing into this.
Yeah, absolutely, and he got 25 drones behind this, so I think that spells the end there. Those DTs were having their way the entire time with that natural, and Veryn will take game number 3. Damn, that was
Wait, game number... Oh, yeah, I got you. His number 2, but game number 3.
Yeah.
I got you, yeah.
We're good.
Very well played,
wait, did I fuck up? No. Okay, so Proxima. This has been a crazy show match, though. I'm loving this, dude. We've seen some shit to be expected, and we've seen some strats that aren't quite to be expected, so I'm digging this one.
Yeah, it's been a crazy day of StarCraft, man.
A good day, though, I hope, for you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, too. We've had a great day in numbers. A couple fat hosts. We hovered above 100 viewers for a better part of the tournament. Started to taper off there in the end, but I can't thank you guys enough for sticking around. It's been a great day of StarCraft for us. We have both players in the lobby. It's going to be Proxima Station for game number 4. I'm just waiting for a race check, ready check.
Yeah, man, for sure. Thank you for the hosts, everybody for the follows, donations. It's been, you know, you guys sticking with us from the beginning for a while now. What would that have been? 4 hours in total, man. So we know it can get a little long, but thank you guys very, very much for sticking with us. We finally broke 100, as you said, which has been a goal of ours for a while, and we hung out there for quite a majority of the broadcast.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty awesome. Thank you, guys. It's been a great day for us, for sure, breaking that 100 mark. We got an insane amount of follows as well, too. Pretty decent number coming in. I'll run through all those once we're done with this show match. So let me update the scoreboard really quick. Make sure I don't have an overlay F up again and go on production. All right, guys, we're going to go. So our blue Protoss player in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, coming at us from Clan AT, it is Veryn. And I promise to figure out what the hell AT stands for. I feel so bad for not knowing.
And his opponent, in the top right from IGX, the green Zerg, it is the Giant Gnome.
Yep. I wish we could have got to see some Neurals, though, man. It would have been pretty awesome. I mean, Fungal's good enough, especially when coupled with the shitload of Banes like that. But Neural play is so fun for me, personally. I'm sure probably everyone feels, even if you're not a Zerg, right? Like, you gotta love Neural play. It's a pretty fun spell.
Can do some pretty cool things, man.
Yep. I feel like the Archons would have been better Neural targets. Yeah, I agree, dude. That's kind of what I was guessing when I saw it. I don't know if you guys remember, but I tried to call it out. That's kind of what I was assuming, but I didn't know. So far in this game, though, we have a very standard opening. Nothing too crazy. Gateway Expand from Veryn and Hatch Gas Pool from the Giant Gnome. So.
Yep, it's going to be a fairly macro, at least 2-base style game. So
yeah, absolutely. The Gigglepuss says, "Hell yeah, dude! 100 viewers hype." Yeah, don't get me wrong. It took a couple hosts from some awesome people. Female StarCraft League threw us a host, as well as the Gauntlet. So, but that's all right, man. It's still a good benchmark for us, and we're happy with our growth, man. Thank you guys so much for always checking out the Nydus. And as we said, man, I hate to keep repeating this, but we have a $200 tournament coming up. I'm pretty proud to announce that, man. It's always good when you can dump money into the StarCraft scene, especially 200 bones. Last time we got like Xanster to show up, a bunch of other really, really good names here. Veryn was actually in the tournament, and so yeah, Cass, yeah, a great tournament. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see round 2. And it's for more money, so.
I'll never let you forget. Like, I'm such a, like, I don't know, man. I was just so excited to see him play that it's just like, Cass was there. We casted him, dude.
Yeah.
We casted Cass. Do you remember that shit? Like,
yeah, it was hilarious.
I was so hyped, dude.
Right before the tournament started, I was like, all right, Giggle, I want you to go over all the names in the tournament, and if you have a favorite, like, just let me know, dude, and we'll cast him for sure. And he called it, before the tournament even started, that he wanted to watch Cass. And he rode it all the way to finals, dude. It was a pretty badass tournament.
For sure. Yeah, we just weren't able to cast him in any of the early rounds. So it's like we kept heading into the next round like, well, we'll try and get him. He's got to win if he wants to get casted. And sure enough, the dude fucking won a lot. So.
And it was a crazy finals, too. Like, wasn't that the 20 Nydus game where there was Nyduses? Like, literally 20 of them. I'm not exaggerating there. Yeah, like, I don't know. Crazy night. We've had a couple good nights, I think, of those bigger events like that. Hopefully, round 2 will be good as well. So.
Indeed.
I think we have a date picked out for that. I just don't want to announce it until it's solidified. So it will be next month for $200. So
$100, and we'll do another cool stretch donation goal so that we can make sure that we can pay out maybe fourth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And try and get a little bit more of that money spread out around the players. And try and make it worth their time. I mean, we're definitely, we can't stack up to WCS or any of that stuff, man. We're super amateur, but being able to put some money directly into the players' pockets without having to worry about tournament fees or any of that stuff, man, feels pretty good. So
yeah, absolutely, man. And it's always fun when we get a cast GM and Masters levels players because except for the show match weekly, we normally hover around the Plat Diamond content, so it's amazing to do one night a month of just nothing but Masters and GM. So
yep,
it should be pretty fun, man. I hope we can pull off a pretty nice second one. So look forward to that sometime next month.
So this Overlord from GIGGLEBEAR did actually fly through the back of Veryn's base and see the entire base there, man. And there actually wasn't any buildings or anything like that over at the Nexus. I don't think it saw that, but nothing going on over there. So that full-on scout, very nice.
Yeah, we have a War Prism coming down for Veryn as well as +1 melee for the GIGGLEBEAR. So nothing but Lings and Queens trying to hold this off with that melee. It'll help out a lot. The Baneley Nest is coming down as well. So that'll help. Did he scout the War Prism, though? Here's this Overlord. He's got to know. He saw the Warp Gates.
Yeah, it's totally. I mean, it's going to scout it. Yeah, there it goes.
Okay, boom. So he knows what's coming across the map. Hopefully he should be able to deal with it. We got a couple sentries as well. Okay, yeah, Veryn might not even go for it. He decides to take his third behind me. So
it looks like this might be okay with the drop. I'm not 100% sure, but he's got sentries back at home. I'm not sure if he brings those with, but this, is a pretty significant drop here. Adept, Stalker, Immortal, and then a huge bunch of Warpins once those gateways are done.
Yeah, +1 won't be done either. He does have a pretty significant number of queens, though, and that's a pretty nice queen stack. He has a bunch of lings, too, so maybe he'll be able to hold on here. But I agree with you. He might be able to poke in here and find a little bit of damage, especially with GM level, like, pickup micro, So
Indeed, man.
Furiously Angry says, I got 2 base all-in builds. It's all good. Nice.
All right, man. Those... Immortal, Stalker, Adept getting to work. Probably going to need to be picked back up. No Warpin's gone down yet to reinforce. I think Veryn wanted to kind of feel it out, see exactly, what was there and how much of it was there before he committed to a giant Warpin. Yeah, I think that's extremely smart.
Yeah, and the GIGGLEBEAR just discovering that there's no creep spread really connecting the main and the third. He has good creep from the third, but he's going to start working on that, try to connect up those bases. That'll make the drops a hell of a lot less scary to deal with if you can connect those bases. And he also starts his layer 2. It was the hidden expansion, so hopefully it hasn't been scouted just yet. I'll check vision here in a minute. But yeah, it looks like he's gearing up for some aggression now that his +1 melee is done. Holy shit, look at the number of force fields coming in, though. Mother of God. The sentry count is unreal right now, dude.
Yeah, dude, that is gigantic, man. It's a little bit of a soul train here with Sentry Immortal coming out. We'll have to see, man. There are Lings and Queens and some Banelings there, though. But, dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
this is a gigantic force from Protoss.
Huge. With that Adept Warp in behind it, it just grows even stronger. So Immortals and a bunch of Sentries. This is just ridiculous, dude. Adepts to boot. I don't think there's enough Banes to hold on here. We're going to have to find out. Oh, my God. The force fields completely block off the entire map. The Bane's coming in from the back, though, softening up a little bit of Protoss army, but not enough, man. I'm going to go ahead and say Veryn almost has it at this point. We'll have to see, though. Maybe the Giant Gnome can hold on here. But this push is looking monstrous, dude.
Yeah.
Those force fields.
Oh, this round of Banes could be, you know, the deciding factor. And he does micro back, and honestly, I think that may be it. Too much DPS out there for Protoss, especially with Warfins coming behind this. He actually doesn't have it turned into a there because he's bringing it forward.
Yep.
It's like, dude, please reinforce.
Yeah. Please. 30 lings, I need you now. Maybe if he can hold off till these 30 lings pop, he's in it, man. I'm not going to rule him out. He is a GM player, but this push is insane, and more adepts coming in behind it, man.
Crazy, man. Good force fields continuing to come out.
Yeah, I fucked up the scoreboard. This is a best of 5. If he wins this, it's over, guys. It said best of 3 before, and like that, Veryn will take this show match.